Live from downtown Detroit, Local 4 News at 6 starts now.
New at 6, a decades-old murder mystery in Plymouth Township. Police now know the name of a man whose bones were found near railroad tracks in 1997.
But first, let's get to the weather. We have a chance for another round of severe weather that has just hit the radar. We want to get to the very latest right now. Brett is in for Kim Adams.
Yeah, we've got a severe thunderstorm warning that was just issued for parts of Genesee County just in the last couple of minutes here. We'll zoom in closer on this cell, which has been producing a lot of lightning and thunder and also a lot of heavy rain, but there is also the potential that we could see within this cell some hail. So we'll dive further into our products here to take a look at the hail path that potentially this storm, and you can see the pinks and the purples here not far from Beecher. So there is potentially some hail within this storm, but the storm motion on this is to the east at about 25 miles per hour. This severe thunderstorm warning for parts of Genesee County going until 7 p.m. this evening, but we'll go ahead and put a storm track on it. We'll just do a pretty wide swath here at about 25 miles per hour. So moving into the Lapeer area. Also, if you're in Davison, it's going to be in your neck of the woods just after 6 p.m., so just about another 1 or 2 minutes from now. Elba, about 6:14 p.m. this evening. So we'll keep a close eye on this, but this is moving off to the east. So for everybody in Lapeer County, go ahead and be on the lookout for this. Again, severe thunderstorm warning in effect for the Flint area and points to the east. That's Genesee County until 7 p.m. But as we progress over the next few hours, we're going to see those isolated rain chances coming to an end as numbers drop into the 70s. We are, though, tracking more showers and thunderstorms that could impact your weekend, and we'll talk about that in just a bit.
Thanks, Brett. After nearly 3 decades, there's a name for the mystery bones found along Plymouth Township train tracks. Police made a chilling discovery in May of 1997, a rolled-up carpet containing human remains.
This has been such a mystery for years. The bones of the murdered man lay nameless until now. Erica Erickson shows us we have learned the victim was a World War II veteran, and police need your help solving his murder.
Those bones and clothes found nearly 30 years ago near these train tracks in Plymouth Township. Those remains found about 50 yards north of those tracks. And while those remains now have a name, there's still so many questions. The chilling discovery inside a rolled up piece of carpet.
They're thinking that he was there about 10 years.
A man's bones, a few articles of clothing, and a gold class ring found in May of 1997.
But really, no answers there.
No answers there.
Now prompting a new search nearly 30 years later.
Somebody killed this person.
Yeah, the autopsy was blunt force trauma.
Police determining back then the bones belonging to a black man about 5'8", likely slim, based on the clothing left behind. A .357 slug also found, but the person unidentified until now.
DNA analysis and other investigative tools were just not as good as they are now.
Othram, a forensic lab in Texas, building a DNA profile from the decades-old bones, who police say belonged to World War II veteran Benjamin Fountain.
Benjamin Fountain was about 72 years old at that time. Now he would be 100.
Born in Virginia, living in Detroit, marrying and divorcing a woman. Police say then the timeline gets spotty.
The last time anyone's really talked about Benjamin Fountain was 1986 when he applied for a new Michigan driver's license.
Giving him a proper burial. The biggest question now, who killed him?
If you know him, give me a call. If you know what happened, give me a call. We just want to figure out why and get to the truth of what happened.
You heard the sergeant. Do you know Benjamin Fountain? Do you know who may have killed him and dumped him near those train tracks? If you do, please call police. I'm Erica Erickson. Back to you.
What a mystery. All right, Erica, we hope some people come forward. Thank you. Appreciate that.
Now new at 6, a tragic accident at a Detroit construction site claims the life of a worker. So police say a cement truck driver accidentally backed into the man, pinning him against a pole. This is near Woodward and I-94. Medics rushed the victim, a man in his 40s, to the hospital. That's where he later died. The morning accident remains under investigation.
Well, Detroit police now have 2 people in custody at this hour following last Friday's deadly shooting at Skinner Playfield. 4-year-old Samir Grubbs and 18-year-old Davion Shelman Monson Bay were killed when gunfire erupted near Denby High School. A 17-year-old boy was also shot, but is expected to survive. Investigators initially detained 2 people the night of the shooting, but then later released them. Police are not releasing any more details about today's arrests or any charges. If there are new developments in the next few minutes, of course, we will let you know as this story continues to develop. Meantime, while the community heals, leaders are hosting a special event today to promote unity and end gun violence. More than 200 young people attended Unity in the community this afternoon, not far from that fatal drive-by shooting at Skinner Park. Organizer Curtis Blackwell, who grew up in this community, wonders if the shooters might have chosen a different path if they had better outlets.
We don't want that one moment to define us. We want this to be a testament that there's still a lot of vibrancy in this neighborhood, and that Detroit Public School District, this community, is a safe place, and that we're going to continue to move forward and not let that be a situation where this becomes something that's shut down and desolate.
Blackwell founded the Sound Body, Sound Mind Foundation in 2004 to give young people a positive outlet through sports. For more information and how to get involved, check out their website. It's right there on your screen.
Detroit police need your help tonight. They're trying to find the person behind a shooting on a city bus this morning. Take a look at these surveillance pictures. Investigators say a man in his 50s, seen here in a white T-shirt, approached another man, a 24-year-old man, and opened fire, hitting him in the chest. It happened just before 7:30 this morning near East 8 Mile, and Mount Elliott. The victim is expected to survive. Police say the shooter ran from the scene but left behind crucial evidence, including the weapon and a backpack. Take another good look. If you have any information about who this person is, call Detroit Police or Crime Stoppers at 1-800-SPEAK-UP. You can always remain anonymous. Tips can also be submitted through DetroitRewards.tv.
DPD also searching for the suspect in a shooting that left a 17-year-old shot in the head. This happened Tuesday afternoon outside of an apartment complex near East Lafayette and St. Aubin. At last check, the victim remains critical. If you know anything, again, call Crime Stoppers, 1-800-SPEAK-UP. Sean Diddy Combs will remain in jail after a split verdict today in his sex trafficking trial in New York.
Jurors found the hip-hop mogul not guilty on 3 of the most serious charges of the 5 against him, including the most serious charge of racketeering conspiracy. Combs was also found not guilty of 2 counts of sex trafficking of victims Cassie Ventura and Jane. But the 55-year-old Combs was found guilty on 2 counts of transportation to engage in prostitution pertaining to both victims. So the jury heard from 34 different witnesses called by the prosecution, including 2 of Combs's former girlfriends, Cassie Ventura, and a woman testifying under that alias, Jane.
The women testified Combs coerced them to engage in sexual encounters referred to as freak-offs and hotel nights. Ventura spoke on the stand about violence she says she endured throughout the course of her 11-year relationship with Combs. Today, her attorney said his team is pleased that Sean Combs is being held accountable.
Obviously, we would have liked to have seen convictions on the RICO charges and the sex trafficking charges, but Cassie prompted this investigation by the Southern District, and now Sean Combs stands before the court as a convicted felon of 2 federal crimes.
Combs' defense argued he should be released on bail pending sentencing. The judge denied that. The maximum penalty for each of those 2 guilty counts is 10 years in prison and a fine. Well, there will be much more on the Diddy verdict coming up in less than 30 minutes on NBC Nightly News with Tom Giannis.
In health news tonight, could dairy be giving you nightmares? New research finds people with significant lactose intolerance tended to report more frequent bad dreams. The study looked at more than 1,000 people, and this is what it found. Those who reported severe digestive symptoms after eating dairy also reported more nightmares and greater emotional distress from the dreams. Experts say gastrointestinal symptoms can disrupt your sleep, making nightmares feel more intense. More research, of course, is still planned, but if you are experiencing nightmares, adjusting your diet may actually help. You may also want to hold the cream and sugar the next time you pour yourself a cup of coffee. A new study shows drinking your coffee black could help you live longer. Researchers at Tufts University found adults who put little or no sugar and cream in their coffee had a lower risk of death from cardiovascular disease. Overall, drinking black coffee was associated with a 14% lower risk of death from all causes compared to no coffee consumption at all.
All right, let's talk about tattoos. They are a form of self-expression, but new research suggests that meaning is often misread by others. A study by Michigan State finds people tend to make assumptions about others based on their visible tattoos, but those judgments often did not reflect the person's true personality. For example, people with death-related tattoos were consistently misjudged as being less agreeable or more neurotic. On the flip side, the study found people with quirky tattoos were correctly judged to be more open-minded and appreciative of art.
6 Detroit nursing homes will have to pay millions of dollars to settle claims of poor patient care. Michigan Attorney General Dana Nessel says the villa facilities took taxpayer money while providing substandard care. Whistleblowers reported residents left with soiled beds, untreated infections, and dangerous understaffing. The $4.5 million settlement includes a 5-year monitoring agreement to ensure better care for those patients.
Well, the Melvinale City Council is meeting this evening, a month after it voted to hire a private investigator to take a close look into the police department. It follows a lawsuit filed by Corporal Hassan Hammoud, a practicing Muslim who immigrated to America from Lebanon back in 1995. Now, his lawsuit lists several allegations of racism by fellow officers with no support from the administration. Tonight's meeting starts at 7:30. We will have an update for you when you join us for Local 4 News at 11.
Starting today, you can skip the trip to the Secretary of State's office and take your written driving test at home. The online Know to Drive test is identical to the one that you'd take at a branch office. It's available in multiple languages and includes an audio option for those who need it. There are a few requirements. You must be at least 18 to do this, have a webcam, and
there we go.
Got to have the webcam, Karen. Sorry, you're already out. And verify your identity with a social security number or legal documents. Each attempt costs $65, and you can take the test twice per day if needed. But for a lot of people, you can skip
Skip the line and kind of be calmer.
Fantastic. Comfort of your own home.